Good afternoon. It's January 28th at 12:45. This is John Pesco coming to you live. Oh, look at that. Huh, wow, what a trip. Live from Springfield, Oregon. Boy, have I been reborn again, come current with time, everything. I'm a Futurian. There's no doubt of that. I'm here to discuss NTFs, non-fungible, uh, like just learning this technology or this term uh, language. And on the 26th, I made a video about turning my daughter being reborn as a Willow Marie Rosamond, and I would be doing digital cryptic coin uh, art around her. And the next day, I wake up and uh, uh, Johnny Depp has come out with a line of work and is selling them on the FTF market, which I know very little about. And I was telling Christine Mondell that I got to really learn this because I want to go into this. I was telling her I was led by the nine muses, and who knows God Himself to do this. And I had so much to do. I was telling Christine, I got so much to do now, like five, six important things, including registering to run as the governor of Oregon. And I decided to go through with that. And I don't think I'm going to win, but I might have a mental breakdown while running with all this other stuff I got to do. Playing God is probably not a good idea if you got 35 years of recovery and you admitted that you took LSD, at Serenity Lane, which the New Hope program, which I did, which caused a commotion. But the hippies basically invented the World Wide Web. And who invented bitcoins and now these NFTs and uh, is really not established yet. I'm a historian, an art historian, a bohemian historian. My newspaper, Royal Rosemont Press, is a newspaper for the arts. And I'm going to give myself a title as an NFT Art Appraiser and an NFT uh, financial advisor, uh, because that's just the way I am. Uh, I have this divine intuition which has led me to do the right thing over and over again. My blog is the longest uh, blog in the world. My friend Casey says I should be in the Guinness Book of Records for it. And that in itself can be sold as an NFT. Um, Christine told me something amazing last night that the mayor of New York, the Big Apple, wants to be paid in Bitcoin because he wants to give his seal of approval, the seal of authenticity for this new. Uh, I don't want to use that dirty word, the M word. I just don't want to use it. Uh, let's go with financial fractals. I think we're looking at financial fractals that are going to be user friendly to the common man of the world. Anybody who can get on the www now has a chance to really own the whole of what makes the world go round. And I've been at this probably most of my life. My sister was the world famous artist Rosamond, and she created cranking out money. I said that, the M word, cranking, using art to crank out money. You sign a piece of paper, you put it in the machine, you crank the handle, and out comes cold hard cash that's redeemable. She was supposed to have bought a lot of clothing with a price tag still on it when she died. And apparently, someone has said in the book, a bio of Christine, that her family looted her house the day after the funeral. It's a total lie. And how she died is a total fraud. I don't know how she died. I do not own a painting of that. Uh, but back to me here, this painting I did a couple days after I saw Jacob, the horned one, and his insurrectionists attack the Capitol, and they're going after this ballot box that contained the electoral votes, and the Congress and Senate was convened to have these votes certified, counted, and certified, and put in uh, uh, our archives, of the United States of America. But Trump was saying that the count, these ballots were fraudulent, they weren't right, they were actual theft of his presidency. That these two women that I saw carrying these boxes to be counted uh, are actual thieves. You know, trying to remember if the coronavirus was going on at that time. Oh yes, so they would have black masks of the robbers. See, you know, as artists and as real artists, uh, this is my forte. I understand this concept. I've spent hours and tens of thousand hours trying to describe what is real art and what is counterfeit art, or what is real art and what is not real art. And it's like two heads of a coin: counterfeit, authentic, and understanding how that makes you take a coin and spin it on its end, it looks like a globe. But eventually, the momentum has to bring it to it flat, either on one side, authentic, non-authentic. But that's not how it works. When you understand art, religion, philosophy, uh, that a belief in a duality system like this creates illusion, and that the currency that we've been using is illusional, and everybody knows it. And there's no reason why a few people have to own 90% of the money on this planet. They do it because they're caught up in the illusion, and Satan is an illusionist. So I'm because I'm doing this painting, I think it's going to be because it talks about it's the real birth of NFTs. This is representative of this. You know, the old Capitol Hill was defiled and attacked, and now these two witnesses, these two angelic figures in black, these two women have taken it to a new hill. And this is what the mayor of New York is saying. There's a new hill in town, Bitcoins. And Brad Pitt has come out with basically there's a new uh, art school, there's a new art gallery or a new art reality in town. And he's painted some paintings of his heroes, he says, and uh, one of them's his friend, my cousin Elizabeth Rosamond Taylor. So, and that's exciting. And another one was Hunter H. Thompson, the father of Ganja journalists, and I probably the Ganja journalist of our time. Uh, Hunter H. Thompson did not own a newspaper like I do. So I'm going to be talking about doing some paintings. And I have to say that my friend Casey Farrell suggested that I do a painting from my headline of uh, Depp, stretched over his work table, rendering a work of art to sell on an NFT market. So I'm looking at doing this as a painting, the Guardian, everything, the words included. And so reading under the rules that right now I'm making a digital video that's going to be put on YouTube. So actually I'm creating an NFT commodity right now, something that could be sold, bought, and sold. And I'm doing, as I read this, New York's new mayor gets his first paycheck on Friday, and as part of his bid to keep the city on the forefront of innovation, he'll be receiving his wages in cryptocurrency. Okay, the getting computer has arrived, and chameleon art, which I'll discuss in another video because I'm running late here. New York is the center of the world, and we want it to be the center of cryptocurrency and other financial innovations. End of quote. Eric Adams said in a press release. But even in the center of the world, trying to live on Ethereum or Bitcoin might be a struggle. The subway won't take it, and it's hard to fit Dogcoin in the quarter slot at the laundromat. So what will Adams actually be able to do with his paycheck? Right off the bat, I believe that the Staten Island Ferry should be turned into a sitcom uh, moving institution, bank. When I lived there in 1962, 63, I would take the Staten Island Ferry out to Staten Island for a nickel. It was the best thing you could buy if you were poor, living in the village of New York. I barely had any money left, and I had 5 cents to go out on the Staten Island Ferry. So this would be a place where traders will have a special ferry for Bitcoin, uh, HTF transactions. There'll be a bank of computers. Uh, I believe that the trip takes something like 35 minutes. Round trip, that's 70 minutes. You could do a lot of business. And we'll get the fare lowered to a nickel, but it'll be a Bitcoin nickel. There you go. It's going to have a motto on it: "Nobody dies in the Bible." I'm going to get rid of the "In God We Trust" on the currency with a lawsuit. There's several lawsuits trying to get rid of that. But I want Bitcoins to say, "No one dies in the Bible," and I'm going to credit that to Casey Farrell. Okay, so I'm going to begin. I've got a very bad back. It's going on for a year now. I've been very concerned about how I can do artwork. I've spent like $500 in art supplies, and I can't stand for more than 15 minutes. Uh, when I'm cooking, my back starts freezing up and really hurting. I've got to sit down for at least 10 minutes, or it cramps up. And it can last an hour. So I bought all these canvases and new art supplies, which are so beautiful. So when I talked about doing was getting other artists, hiring other artists to help me do paintings. I talked about it in crypto paintings, and I'm going to elaborate on that. I'm going to do some paintings of uh, Marina Picasso and her nephew, uh, saying that they're going to be selling the ceramic plate by Picasso on the
According to Google Books, Picasso's ceramics express the restless, fluid ease of his late years in 1946. Pablo Picasso visited an exhibition of ceramics in Valoris, an area in southeastern France known for its many potteries. ...
That was accident, but Roy Rosamond Press. So I will be using on the 26th of January 2022. Uh, Members of Picasso's family announced that the ceramic is going to be reproduced and sold as an NTF. And then today, another branch of the family says, no, no, we've got this attorney. Attorneys aren't lawyers. And I mean, lawyers are not artists or writers, creative writers. They're writers. They work in that duality of the M, mana. What is it called? So that's where they're from. And so we're going to be establishing it as an NTF. Uh, uh, I will be granting certificates of authenticity. What I'm getting at is, rather than learn what's out there about this subject, it's so ambiguous that learning it is not going to do me a world of good as I allow my brain to continue doing what it's been doing. The Getting Computer and the Canadian Art and my ideas for the Bohemian Bank are now all current. Currency. Currency would mean current. Things are happening now. We're not going to be establishing old money regimes with that old money. We're not going to be creating new regimes with the new money. So Casey Farrell suggested I do a painting of this, just as it appears on my uh, blog, newspaper, Roy Rosemont Press. But I think I'm going to do a painting of the top one. And I'm just going to do a brief outline of it and then sign my name saying began on the date. And let's go ahead and do that now before this tape gets too long. These are going to be very rough sketches, but that's okay. The masters, Raphael, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, they had basically disciples, young artists that basically did most of the work on their masterpieces. So that's what I'm going to be setting up here. But again, necessity is the mother of invention. So this one's going to be Marina Picasso and nephew holding up a plate. And I'm going to, and the first one's going to be sort of in the Picasso face, the thin body holding up. Here's the plate here. And here's the Picasso's on the wall, which I will paint. Okay. So I'll be instructing, okay, begin, sign this right now. Begin 1/28/22. So it's official, see? And then when I get my art NFT art disciples, they'll finish this. They'll uh, basically either I'll ship this canvas to them, or they'll just buy it, and then I'll sign it when it's finished. So this one will be done in Marina Picasso in a realistic style. Here's the plate. There's some holding the plate. Here again, you have on the wall the real Picassos. They are real Picassos that these people have come to own. And then again, I sign it. Began 1/28/2022. Okay, wow, look at this, see? I've done 2 paintings, basically, in the style of the master, see? And I can work with my artist online. We'll have a live feed, and that we'll put on YouTube and show my instructions. The work in progress. To see the work in progress. Okay, I should have done that before. Now this is going to be the mayor on the subway wearing this mask. The subway window there. It's kind of cool. Well, no, it's a New York City bus, and he's announcing that he wants to be paid in Bitcoin. Yeah. 1/28/22. Wow, moving right along, huh? Remember, I got a 15-minute time limit here before my back starts hurting. And I've got to sit down. Here's NFT canvas number 4. And this is going to be Johnny Depp. Yep. Stretched over his, working on one of his artworks there. Right. Began 1/28. Boy, my back's going right now. Okay. All right. See how easy this is? And because it's such a new media, which I love, and I love literature, I'm working on the finding out who really wrote Shakespeare. It looks like I'm one of my great grandfathers is in the mix. Sir Thomas Wilson. He could have been one of the contributors, one of the writers. He met with Sir Walter Raleigh at the Tower of London. He was there for a couple of years, supposedly as a fellow prisoner, posing as a fellow prisoner, but they knew each other. They had relatives, and they're both associated with Queen Elizabeth I and the Privy Council. So I guess what I'm trying to establish here is a sort of guild, an NFT guild, and Privy Council. And so I'm excited. I'm still trying to get my back fixed, and if it does, I'll be able to finish uh, them myself. So we'll have the master's version and the disciples versions of these works, and I think then they're going to be put on the NFT market. Okay, exciting day! I finally did something to these empty canvases. That's one of my favorite movies, by the way, The Empty Canvas. It's probably America's only art movie. And I think Betty Davis made the other one, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. It's really an art movie. And okay, well, that's it. Good day. Oh, okay. That's my doctor.
The office of Barbara Tobin Seahose. Calling to confirm your virtual appointment on Tuesday, February 1st at 2 o'clock p.m. A link to connect to the visit will be sent to your email 15 minutes prior to your appointment. Please find a quiet and well-lit location so your provider can best address your concerns. If you need to reschedule for any reason or have any questions, please call our office at 541-682.
Okay. Okay. Well, how timely. Because I'm going to be meeting with my therapist on the 1st, and that was to confirm an appointment. We'll be online. And for the first time, I made up my mind I'm going to be out here. I usually have it where my computer table is in my bedroom. But the first time, I'm going to be out here, really to introduce to her what I've just introduced here to the world. And I want to thank the creators of the World Wide Web. They did a marvelous job, and I think we're finally going to take off from the doldrums and really live in a real authentic world. All right. This is John Preco. This is Authentic Human Being Show. You be authentic out there, you hear?